Hey everyone, here is Daniel Budai with another snippet from one of my interviews. Today I will share a snippet with Juliana, who will tell you what the RFM segmentation is and why it's so efficient and so powerful when it comes to segmenting your customer base and your email list. I'm Daniel Budai. In the past 3 years, my company and I helped more than 120 e-commerce companies generate more than $35 million extra revenue. That being said, let's start the interview. Do you want to mention the RFM model maybe?
RFM is a very, very great methodology to determine customer value. RFM stands for recency, frequency, and monetary value. And it's a very good way to segment customers based on buying behavior. But not everyone can use RFM. So for RFM to make sense for you, if you're a brand, is to have at least 5 years of transactional data behind. And because otherwise it's not gonna show you, I mean, of course it's gonna give you some trends, some directional data.
Yeah.
It's gonna give you some sort of segmentation, but it doesn't work. This concept of RFM started somewhere in the 60s to 80s. It was a part of database marketing. What we call right now, what we see right now as CDPs and different platforms is just another form of database marketing, which was before the CRM era. So the companies that actually thrived on RFM and still use RFM are companies with millions of dollars in transactions. So we're talking about telecom, we're talking about huge retailers, we're talking about banks. So this is where the RFM model works as it's supposed to work. If you're a smaller brand, you can, like, let's say, I'm giving you like the worst case scenario. Let's say you have 50,000 customers. Yes, you can use it. However, the groups that you're gonna create are not gonna really be accurate. You can use it as directional to try to build and personalize the post-purchase experience, but those segments are not really real because customers' behavior changes all the time. And like one group, there's two groups of RFM that drive me insane. One of them is the VIPs, and one of them is the ones that have a low order value. So the VIPs groups with RFM, they might be VIPs for you today, but they might have been the day before. So in RFM, you assign a score from 1 to 5 for each customer segment. So if you have a group of 5 means people that have a recency of 5, a frequency of 5, and a monetary value of 5. So they're best customers, VIPs. However, because we have something called life cycle of customers, like every 30 days, every 60 days, there's another life cycle. So you might have in your VIP group someone that was inactive for 2 years. Like yesterday, he would have been 155. So he hasn't bought from you in a year, but he bought 30 minutes ago. And you might consider that person, because you see it in the segment, as a VIP. But that's not your VIP. Like that's something that happens in any RFM model using e-commerce. So I would be very wary with the VIP groups, and I will try to look at the ones with 455 or like closer to reality, because the VIP groups is very dynamic. So you can have people that purchased 2 years ago and purchased 30 minutes ago, and then they go to your segment and you email them like they're VIPs, but they're actually not. There's people that haven't interacted with you in a long time. So that's one group that pisses me off. And everyone is talking about VIPs and how awesome VIPs are and so on.
155 is the fake VIPs.
Yeah, like they could have been VIPs, today, but 30 minutes ago they might have not have been. Like the recency.
Yeah, they both high value, and recency is there as well. It's high because it's recent.
No, the recency would be low. But if they would buy, they used to buy in the past a lot, so they have a high frequency. They spent a lot of money, so they have a high monetary value, but the recency is low. So if that customer buys today, the recency is going to become high, right? So you would think like, oh my God, this is a VIP. Yeah, like you have to be very careful with this group. And a lot of people don't know that or think about that. And you're just blasting people thinking, oh my God, you're my VIPs. No, they're not. And this happens so much. Like you can send right now an email campaign to a very engaged customer segment and they buy. You think, oh my God, my retention is big. Look at all my VIPs. But actually, it's really not. So yeah, very careful with that. I would definitely focus more on like segmenting based on recency, because I do email marketing as well. So I would look at things like recency, like last engaged, and things that you can find in Klaviyo or you can find in any other ESP that you're using. You can look at your highly engaged segments, and I wouldn't rely only on RFM if you don't have enough data.
If you like this video, let us know in the comment section what's your favorite segmentation is, what's the most powerful that you ever found so far. And if you like this video, make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit the notification bell below, because we come out with 2 videos every week. If you want, check out the whole interview because it's in the comment section, and see you in the next video.